quiet of your heart.
There is a voice that remembers, a truth that has always lived within you,
Guided by angels,
supported by spirit.
your soul is ready to awaken through the pages of a sacred life journey,
Rising from the ashes of who we once were. Every step a path of healing, every breath a doorway to truth.
from the wisdom of the soul's metamorphosis.
To the light of unconditional love.
You are invited to remember the brilliance that lives inside you. This is a transformational soul, where truth awakens and love makes you whole. Healing the past, letting your spirit unfold. Returning to the light of who you are. With angels beside you and wisdom to guide.
Compassion and courage walking by your side.
Step into your truth and let your heart know. You are the light of the transformational soul.
Through forgiveness and self-healing,
The journey becomes clear.
every lesson holds a blessing. Every shadow brings you near.
With empathy for every heart,
And compassion for the human way.
Ruth shares the tools of transformation.
To help your spirit find its way.
Through Reiki
Guidance.
and sacred wisdom.
Ooh.
Through
Messages carried on angel wings. You are never alone on this journey. Your soul already knows the way. This is a transformational soul, where truth awakens and love makes you whole. Healing the past, letting your spirit unfold. Living the life your heart came to know.
With angels and wisdom lighting the road.
Discover the truth your spirit holds.
Awaken, remember, and step into your role.
Welcome to the Transformational Soul with Ruth Soltman.
Well, hello everyone and welcome. I'm Ruth Soltman and this is the Transformational Soul. And I just want to say thank you, Tiffany, for that beautiful intro. I'll tell you, I have listened to the song. I can't even count how many times. I practically know all the words. I can practically sing along. But I just absolutely love it. It's so touching and it's just amazing. So thank you very much, Tiffany. I want to welcome you to my show tonight. We are streaming live on Rumble, X, BitChute, and YouTube. So if you're watching in any one of those places, please feel free to say hello. I would love to personally welcome you to my show. And also know that you can also watch the replay of this show on multiple platforms and audio platforms. And I just want to say hello to a few people that are here already. Hello, Patty and Carol Ann, Richard, Jill, and Roy. Welcome. Good to see you here. Please hit the like or the thumbs up button, and please share the show information. Very grateful for that. It helps other people to find out about our shows. And, when you share one of the shows and people go and see, hey, what's this all about? Goldylocks Productions. Then they go and look and they see this whole array of shows that we have. And I know that because that's exactly what I did. After I saw the first show, I'm like, what is this? And I went and searched and looked, and we have so many amazing shows. Hello, Heather. Welcome. I invite you to come and check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. It's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com. And you can find out all about my books, my oracle cards, and my services over on my website. If you haven't already, come over and join the Goldylocks Productions group on Telegram. We have a wonderful group of people over there, and it's just growing and growing. And it is by invitation only, and the link is there in the show description or the show information. And there's also a QR code there. You do have to have an account on Telegram, but it takes you like 30 seconds to set that up. And you don't have to do anything else on there. I mean, you can just go be on there for the group. That's how I am. So it was real easy to finagle that. And don't forget that Goldylocks Productions has an online store where you can get some really great merchandise, shirts and bags and all sorts of stuff. So click on that shop link and go over there and do some shopping. Also, don't forget about the Goldylocks Productions Oracle cards as well. They're called Energize, and they are these beautiful cards right here. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? They were created by the show host, and Tiffany put it all together, and they're just some beautiful, beautiful cards with wonderful messages. Hello, Samir. Nice to see you here as well. If you still feel so moved to do so, you can give a tip or donation via my Venmo or a Rumble rant on Rumble. We're very grateful and appreciative, when we do get tips and donations, but it's not anything that's mandatory in order to get a message. Very special thank you to Jill and Roy for sponsoring my show for the month of March. I'm very grateful for that. I would like to wish a very happy birthday to everyone who is celebrating a birthday this week. Enjoy your special day. My friend Anita celebrated her birthday yesterday. She is my St. Patrick's Day friend, born on St. Patrick's Day. And I was thinking about it earlier. I also have a friend who's born on Valentine's Day, one that was born on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. How crazy is that? Now let's send out some love, light, prayers, and healing to all those who are in need. Let's remember to send some to ourselves because, we're all going through some stuff right now. And let's especially remember Robin McGuire and her son, Caroline Carey's daughter, Carrie, and Caroline's sister, Jenny, Maureen, Brandon, Jamie, Heidi, William, Tommy, Josh, Harley, Patty, Sarah and her family, Jamie, Patricia, Melissa Parks and her family, Devin, Jill, Roy, Laura and her husband, Tiffany, George and their family, Carol, Susan, Bob, Joanne, Kristen, Sergio, Smoker, and to all those who are in need or need a little bit extra right now. Let's remember all those people that have been going through some crazy weather lately. They had the tornadoes in the Midwest. I know Indiana, where I used to live, the town I lived in was hit I think it was last week, Heather, right? And my daughter and my granddaughter were in Hawaii last week for my granddaughter's dance team. And they had just torrential rains, flooding. They were without power for a bit. And I know some of that weather is still going on over there. And then if we go in the other direction, we have blizzards. So A lot of people might be without power right now. A lot of people might be really stressed out right now. So let's send a little bit of love and light and healing their way, just to, comfort them a little bit and help them to feel a little bit less alone. Um, Remember to catch our shows every evening, Sunday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then don't forget about our daytime shows, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesday is Laura's show, Angels and Healing Light. And she had a really great show yesterday. And we have The Mile, the audio podcast, which is relatively new. And that's Marsha Culver does that. It's called The Mile. And it's pretty awesome. And I watched it. I listened today, but I didn't get to chit chat. My grandson was making a lot of noise, so I had to mute my phone. But it was a really great show. And I forget her guest was Judy. I usually write this down so I can tell you guys, but I forgot. It was Judy something, but she organizes a lot of spiritual festivals and stuff. And it was really interesting listening to her story. So check that out. And Musical Life with Aleph and Soul Coaching with Joanne Leo are on Thursdays. Hi, Kim. Welcome. If you haven't become a Goldylocks VIP, go ahead and do that. For less than the price of a cup of coffee a month, you can be a VIP. There's lots of perks to being a VIP. And we have a special VIP show once or twice a month that's only for VIPs. So this Saturday, we are having the Spiritual Message Circle, 8 p.m. Saturday. It's always a fun show. And if you're not familiar with it, you might be new here. We have a panel of our show hosts, whoever is available that night. And for a donation of $25 or more, you get to have a message from each and every one of us. The show is always a lot of fun. So I hope you can join us. Hello, Laura. So that's the next thing. I'm glad you popped on there, Laura. The next thing I wanted to talk about was your book. Check out Laura's book, The Light. This book is absolutely amazing. I know I've talked a couple times about the experience I had when I started reading it. If you're not sure about that, then go and look at Laura's book and look at the reviews, because I put it in the reviews. I had such a phenomenal experience with that book, and I know you will too. So last week I told you guys that I had won some of those patches on Tiffany's life patch party. So I started it last Thursday. So today is exactly 7 days, so a week. And I want to tell you about what I've observed. But before I do that, I just want to talk about these life wave patch parties that Tiffany has been doing on Sundays. So awesome. So awesome. I mean, you're talking on the phone like we do when we call in for the mile. So, you can be in your pajamas. You can have your hair in curlers. It doesn't matter. I know she's changing it up a little bit this next time, but you can still, be dressed the same way. These calls are so insightful. Listening to they do like a presentation, and we get to listen to it through Tiffany. It's really awesome to hear about other people's experiences with LifeWave. Then after this presentation is over, it lasts about an hour. Then we stay on the call and we chat for a bit. Now, you guys know this already, but I'm just reminding you that Tiffany is so full of knowledge and information about holistic remedies, the LifeWave patch, different supplements. We can ask questions. We can talk about our experiences. We can say, well, this is going on with me. What do you think about that? Very grateful that Tiffany is doing this. It's something that we can all benefit from, every single one of us. So if you would like to be in on the next call, let Tiffany know. She sends out the email with the information Sunday afternoons. there were several of us on the call this past Sunday, and it's really awesome, hearing experiences from, our from our group. Not necessarily experiences with the patch, but just in general. So every call I've been on with her for this, I have learned so much, so much. So thank you very much for doing that, Tiffany. We are grateful. So here's what I observed. Now, they recommend putting the patch on the back of, it's kind of the back of your neck, but it's a little lower, or a few inches under your belly button. From my understanding and why they tell you this is because that's when they did the testing and stuff, that's the areas that they tested. That's my understanding. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because on the call, somebody was talking about putting it on a specific area of their body. And I thought to myself, I think I'm going to try that. What can it hurt? So the first day I put it on my neck, I felt very calm and relaxed all day long. I felt this huge influx of energy flowing through my body, the same way I do when I do my show, when I feel all of your energy, or when I do a Reiki session. My head felt like it was expanding, head pressure. But after a few hours, it leveled out. It moved its way through my body where it needed to go, and it leveled out. I was very mindful about drinking a lot of water, and that really seemed to help, as it does after my show as well. So Friday, I put it on my neck again. I felt relaxed, but extremely, extremely irritated with noise. Like, how something will annoy you and it's like, it's on your last nerve. Like your nerves feel frayed, like you can't take any more. I felt very irritated with noise. Very. Noises seemed a lot louder than they probably actually were. The energy integrated a lot quicker that day. I didn't have the influx in my head. I made sure to stay hydrated. I did notice that my knees were hurting quite a bit. Day 3, Saturday, I did it on my neck again. I felt super irritated and annoyed with noise again. Super sensitive to sound. Super sensitive. Still staying hydrated. Sunday, I put it on my neck again, and I felt pretty just, relaxed. Didn't really notice anything out of the ordinary. Monday, I put it on under my belly button, and within minutes, I felt like my tummy felt like it was rumbling. It also became itchy. Not sure why, but it did. So I didn't want to put it back there again. So Tuesday, I tried something different. I thought, let's try it on my knee. So I put it on my left knee, and within minutes, I felt some pain relief. Then throughout the day, I felt this pulsating feeling going up and down my leg. Wednesday, that's today, I did it on my right knee, and I noticed twitching and muscle spasms in both of my legs. So I feel like something is happening. Something is changing. I have noticed a lot of I'm super sensitive to things right now, of like the noise. And when I watch something, I feel very emotional about it. I watched a movie with my grandson this morning, Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's not the cartoon, but it's a live action movie. And oh my gosh, I teared up like through half of the movie. So crazy. But I've noticed that a lot, that things really, I feel them a lot deeper maybe than I used to. I've noticed a lot of itching in my body or throughout my body. And in my experience in the past, to me, that indicates my body is detoxing. So that's a good thing. I'm noticing some small changes, some, bigger ones. And I'm sure in another week, I'll have even more to tell you guys about. So, any of the tools that we use to facilitate our healing process, whether it's supplements, energy work, life wave patches, remember that these things are tools. They are tools. They're helping to balance out your body so it can do what it does naturally, heal itself. Our bodies were designed to heal themselves. We have this innate natural ability to heal. Now, there's many tools that we can utilize to help facilitate our healing. But many times we give our bodies things that impede our healing or get in the way of our healing. Things like unhealthy food choices, lack of movement. And lack of movement, I don't mean going out and running marathons, or riding a bike for 3 hours. Just moving around, because some people don't. Some people, basically sit all day. And that's not good for us. Alcohol, excessive sugar, overly processed foods. All of these things can create roadblocks to your healing. Now, let's talk about this. Some ad or something must have popped up for this on my phone. And it's an app. And let's see if I can't make that big. It is called Wise Code. WISE is capitalized, and then CODE in lowercase letters. And it has kind of like I don't know if they're eyebrows or what they are, and the eyes of an owl in black. That's the picture. Now, this app is pretty cool. You can scan your food, and it was free. It didn't cost me anything so far. You scan your food label, and it will tell you if it is ultra processed, minimally processed, moderately processed, highly processed. There could be other categories too, but those are the ones that I saw. Now, when you go on this app, and I love stuff like this because it can be so helpful, especially like when we're in a grocery store and we're not sure what to get. But once you scan it, like here, I'll do this. Okay, here, I scanned some pumpkin seeds, and this is what came up. See, it says, I don't know, that's really glaring or something. But it says that they are minimally processed. Then if you scroll down, it will give you more information on it. And it will tell you like what's in it. If, the score that you got is a good score. So it can kind of better help you, in choosing food. I went through our pantry, and there were some things that I thought were going to be very highly processed, and they weren't. I was very surprised. But there's some things that are, and those are the things that we should really try to avoid. But ultimately, you're the only one that can heal yourself. Now, mainly, I will say that we do this through our food intake. I can remember so many times different relatives or people that I knew, and this is long time ago. They went to the doctor and, oh, you've got type 2 diabetes. Oh, you've got this problem with your heart. Oh, you've got this. Oh, you got that. But you know what? And we actually had doctors tell us this back then. That's all lifestyle created. You can change that. But, I don't know if it's being afraid of change or feeling like you have to sacrifice something. And a lot of people would rather just pop a pill. And we know the route that takes us with side effects and having to pop more. Good night, Richard. Have a great night. And, well, Richard, I think the Yucca app, I think this one has just kind of different information. I haven't used that one in a little while because something that I scanned, I highly disagreed with what it said. So I haven't really used that one anymore. But I was pretty excited to find this. So what we eat is of such importance. And think of all the stuff that is out there now that wasn't there 20 or 30 years ago. People used to cook like my grandma. My grandma never made boxed macaroni and cheese, or what else could I think of real quick? I guess that's all. But she would actually cook with regular ingredients. So just remember that what you consume, what you put into your mouth, whether it's food or something to drink or whatever, you have to take responsibility for that. We all have to. No one else is, shoving it in your face or shoving it down your throat. And we also have to take into account, whether we're hanging on to unhealed situations or trauma that could be also impeding our healing. Now, remember, this came up really big for me last week. Remember that when you receive things like Reiki or other types of energy work, the person sending it to you is not healing you. They are the vessel for the energy that is coming through. They are a facilitator of your healing. They do not heal you. You and your body do the healing, along with this energy, this life force energy. And I just wanted to clarify that because maybe some of you don't know that. But I saw a post on social media last week, and when I read it, it was one of those ones where your jaw's just hanging on the floor and you can't believe someone would say all this. And it's really bothered me. So I feel like the reason it's bothering me is because I need to mention it. So there's this person who does some type of energy work. I'm not even sure exactly what kind. And they were talking about how fast they were healing their client of stage 4 cancer. And yes, that was their words. They are healing their client. They were saying how they took her pain away. They healed her. So huge red flags. And people in the comments are like, oh, that's so wonderful. And then one person said exactly what I was thinking. That we are merely a vessel for the energy to come through. We are not the healer. But that just kind of sent up huge red flags. We are not healers. We are facilitators. We are vessels for the energy to come through. And I remember when we did the Reiki class, Tiffany said that too, that we are facilitators. And I love that because, a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people at festivals and stuff, I'm an energy healer. I'm a Reiki healer. Now, sometimes when you get energy sessions or treatments or whatever you want to call them, with some people, the energy might flow faster or be stronger than it does with other people. But it's not your energy that they are sending to you. It's that universal life force energy that is flowing through them to you. Okay, let's see what we got here. Kim says, in the past, I have made more simple changes and feel so much better. Live blood test shows you what problem is for prevention healing. I had parasites and candida. Baking soda and water, big impact. Wow, that is wonderful. There's so many little things we can do. We don't have to get up one morning and just completely change everything in our life. We can make a lot of small changes. So we are energy facilitators, yes. But we can make small changes every single day. Maybe you usually drive to your mailbox, walk to the mailbox. That would be, a small change, but over time, it's going to have a huge impact. Instead of coffee, maybe with a lot of sweetener or sweet creamers and stuff in it, learn to drink it black. Black coffee is very good, just like tea. Drink more water. Another thing I have noticed too is, I guess as things are changing in my body and a lot of this energy, that we've been letting in for the last year, it's going to upgrade things in our bodies. It's going to change things. And one thing I have noticed is there's a lot of foods that I really can't tolerate anymore. And what I mean by tolerate is just thinking about it turns my stomach. The smell of it, the look of it, the taste of it. So I see that sometimes, if we don't want to make changes on our own, sometimes the universe will propel us into doing it, right? Because maybe we're not eating maybe we're not sure what we should be eating, because everybody's body is different. Everybody's body needs different things. So, keep that in mind as well. But it's kind of fun to, in a way, it's like doing a puzzle, trying to figure out, exactly what works for you. Maybe you like to do a smoothie in the morning, but maybe for somebody else, they can't, put something like that on their stomach in the morning and they do it in the afternoon. Oh, Tiffany put the link up for those patches. Awesome. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, and we don't have to, like I said, we don't have to make huge changes. Make small ones. Just little things here and there, because after a while, they're going to be big. They're going to be big changes. And they're going to be, they're going to create more change. And the one thing, and this is something I've had, I don't know, issue with or just had a difficult time maintaining, is consistency. Okay, but I'm getting better at it. Being consistent every single day. Because like with my supplements and stuff, sometimes I would forget. I'd go a day or two forgetting to take them. Okay, well, I need to do this on a consistent basis every single day so that my body's getting what it needs. So to remedy that, I set an alarm on my phone. At whatever time in the morning, I take my moringa. And I have heard that you should take it on an empty stomach. I don't know, how true that is. But I'll tell you, the moringa, the liquid stuff, I know I mentioned this before. It's like if you went out in your yard and scooped up some dirt, put some water in it, and tried to drink it, that's how nasty it is. The first few times you take it. But after that, it doesn't bother me anymore. I used to, I would take it and then have something to drink ready. I would hold my nose so that I didn't taste it as it was going down. Then I would drink some water or coffee or whatever, and that would be it. And I did that for a while, but now, it's like, I don't know if it's not a any kind of a happy taste, let me tell you. But I do feel a difference when I use it consistently, So that's pretty awesome. I know it helps with your energy as well. So, and that's really the only thing that I've found so far that doesn't have a good taste. A lot of other things, I have in pill form. Now there's the chlorophyll. The Nature Sunshine has the packets, and they have different flavors added to them. So, it looks like I tried drinking it in an 8-ounce glass of water, putting the packet in there. And for some reason, the texture just wasn't right for me. So now I do it in a shot glass, which you think that would make the texture worse, but I do it in a shot glass. It's hard sometimes to get it mixed up really good, but then I just take it like a shot. And I notice a big difference with that too. So, figure out what works for you and do that. I am going to, something interesting about numbers. So when we were on the call the other night with Tiffany in the Life Patch Party, at one point I glanced at my phone. I had it on speakerphone. So I glanced up at my phone, and the time of our call, this was the exact second that I looked at my phone. It was at 1 hour, 11 minutes and 11 seconds. 5 ones. I thought that was really, really wild. So I wanted to share that. But yes, I know we've had a lot of number stuff coming up, which is pretty cool. I've seen a lot of the ones lately. I know, Tiffany, it was crazy. Like that was the exact second that I looked at my phone to see the time. It was just stuff like that always blows my mind. If I would have looked a second before, a second after, that's not what I would have seen. So it's very cool when things like that happen. I just love that. So I'm going to read off some names as I wrote them down. And if I missed your name, you let me know. I have Roy and Jill, Richard, Carol Ann, Patty, Heather, Samir, Kim, Laura, and I'm going to put Robin on here because I know she usually listens while she's working. So if I miss anybody, please let me know. Okay, I am going to start with Kim. Let's see what message we have for you, Kim. Okay, and I am using these beautiful Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And it says Counselor. Counselor. And it says, Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. And a lot of people benefit from your experience as well. I really feel like, and I've always felt this way my whole life, a lot of the experiences that we have in this life are so that we can help others that are going through that same experience that we went through, because we know the things that worked to get us through that, and we know the things that didn't. So, know how powerful all of the experiences you have are, because you can help others through them. Now, I feel like a lot of information is flowing through you, Kim. And share that more with others. Share that more with others, because you may not think so at the time, but information that you may have to relay to someone else, it might not be useful at that very moment, but it's going to be. So, don't ever hold back. Just let loose and let it go. And I also want to tell you guys that I do have that Louise Hay book, Heal Your Body, which I love this book. So if anybody has any questions about different areas or problems, we can look it up and see what she says is the probable cause and how you can change that with your new thought pattern. I love this book. I refer to this book so many times. So I'm just going to put that out there in case anyone, has a question. Okay, Kim. Samir. I think I need to get some wide ruled paper, because I have the college ruled, and then when I write everyone's names down, they kind of clump together. Okay, Samir, you got the card of compassion. Compassion. And it says, it's Archangel Zadkiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So I don't know what might be going on for you or what might be coming up for you, but think of them and the situation in a compassionate way. Treat other people the way you would want them to treat you, okay? Don't lash out at people, which I don't really think you do. But I feel like a lot of times that you take on too much stuff from other people. I think you need to have more compassion for yourself, for yourself. And I feel like that's really important for you, Samir. More compassion for yourself. And I feel like you need a little bit of extra Samir time, some alone time. Even if you just sit and, look at the grass grow. Just some of that alone time. It can really be refreshing. It can really be relaxing too. You're welcome, Samir. Okay. Patty. Sensitivity. I feel like this is my card. It's Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So, I think a lot of the reason why I've been like that is just because of all the energy. The energy is still absolutely intense. And, the Schumann resonance and all this like weather stuff and the stars and planetary stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming at us. So it can be really easy to feel extra sensitive and extra emotional. And that's okay. Because if that's what you're feeling, you just need to feel it. Because how do you work through it if you can't feel it? I've heard Tiffany say many times, you have to feel it. Yeah, you have to feel it in order to heal it. And that's true. Very true. So notice maybe the things that you've been super sensitive to. Well, like for me, it's noise. It's noise. And now I'm finding that it's also smells. Smells seem super intense to me, like for the last week. And I'm not saying, any kind of a bad smell, but just, somebody sprays perfume. It's like, oh my God. I feel like it's just everywhere. And I'll smell it for hours and hours and hours and hours. Or certain foods. Or the one thing that hasn't bothered me is the smell of coffee. I don't think that ever could. There's nothing like that smell of coffee making first thing in the morning. But so notice what it is that you might be super sensitive to. And, you might see that there's some kind of a correlation. Could be a repeating thing like it is with me. But I feel like sooner or later, once the energies change and shift a little bit, I think that's going to change. Hello, Melissa. Heather. What do we have for Heather? Heather, you got the outdoors card. Hello, Linnell. And it says, it's Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel is telling you to go outside, to get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. So many times, when we're just sitting outside, basking in the sun, or, just sitting out there with a nice hot cup of coffee, or, a big tall glass of iced tea, or just a bottle of water. Just sit and notice your surroundings. Notice the things around you. Notice everything that you hear and you smell. Maybe you smell fresh grass. Maybe it just rained and you smell that fresh cleanness from the rain. Maybe you hear birds. Maybe you hear crickets. It could be at nighttime. I don't know. Maybe you're looking at the stars. But just get outside a little bit more. I'm guessing, I don't know what the weather is like there right now. But I know we're coming into April soon, so it's got to be warming up a bit and be more pleasant to be outside. So Maybe take a book outside with you and read, or a journal and journal. Take the dog for a walk. Just try to spend a little bit more time outside, because I feel like it's very beneficial to you. And it's really healing for you, Heather. Carol Ann. Carol Ann has her show tomorrow night in the Psychic Flow. We don't want to miss that one, do we, Carol Ann? Carol Ann has an amazing show and an amazing gift that she shares with everyone. Carol Ann, that's what I said. Oh, Carol Ann, you got the Passion card. And this is Archangel Haniel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So is there a gentleman in the picture, or is he still, kind of in the background? Because I feel like there's going to be a gentleman in your life, in a romantic way. And renewed passion in your career. Is there something that you are doing a little different? Oh, yes, there is. Carol Ann has been talking about Carol Ann has been talking about writing a book. So maybe this is where that renewed passion comes in, Carol Ann. So I'm real excited to hear about that, once it gets a bit underway. I know, not sure where you are in the process, but that might have something to do with this renewed passion in your career. Maybe you're going to be taking it in a completely different direction. We don't know, but I remember not that long ago, one of the cards I pulled for you. Yeah, I could see her as a romance writer too. Might be for adults only, but but I remember a while ago giving you a message. It was sometime last year, and it was about how you had and I don't know why this sticks up in my mind, because I don't usually remember messages, but I do remember you getting a message that you came here with so many gifts that you need to open that treasure chest and explore some more, that there are hidden gifts that you are not even aware of yet. And I think this is one of them, writing. So that's really exciting, Carol Ann. And I'm really excited that that's something that you're going to pursue. Okay, Linnell. And Linnell says, I got to go back up. Let's see. She says, hello, lovelies, here to share our energies. Love our tribe. Yes, we love our tribe. Carol Ann, maybe this book is the segue into meeting this gentleman. Who knows? You're welcome, Carol Ann. I said Linnell. I don't think I did your message, though. Okay. Ooh, Linnell, look at that. Spread your wings. I love this card. This is an exciting card. Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect, and you are ready to soar. So if there's anything that's been holding you back from something that you want to do, somewhere you want to go, some new avenue you want to go down, don't let anything hold you back. This is your time. Spread those wings, because you are going to fly. You are going to fly. All you have to do is take that first step. Yes, the first step is the hardest, I know, because sometimes we can feel like we're stepping off of a cliff and we don't know what's there. But that's okay, because you have wings, and you will fly, and you will soar. Richard, I know you are at work, Richard, but let's get a card for you. Oh, you got the sensitivity card as well. Yeah, these energies are doing a lot for us, aren't they? You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So if you are feeling extra sensitive and extra emotional, try and get some extra rest, because that will help. Make sure you're taking good care of yourself, keeping yourself hydrated, and all those things, because that's really important. If we let ourselves dehydrate a little bit, then we feel things, then it's going to make us a little bit more miserable. So make sure you're staying hydrated and getting enough rest and taking enough good care of yourself, because these energies are going to come and go. It's not going to stay forever. The sensitivity is temporary. Laura. Oh, Laura, let's not forget, everybody go to Amazon and get yourself a copy. I feel like that book is going to change lives. I really do. And I am so excited for you, Laura. It's just so beautiful. Okay, Laura, what do we have for you? Crystal clear intentions. You're welcome, Linnell. And it says, Archangel Michael, my favorite. Be clear about what you desire, and focus upon it with unwavering faith. I really can read well. It's just so this writing is like really light and it's hard to see sometimes. And the letters are a little bit small. Let's see. Well, that's why I wrote mine a little bigger when I did my cards. Okay, so I know you put out crystal clear intentions, because look at all the stuff that's coming to you, Laura. You know how to do it. You know how to put those intentions up. I remember you saying that one of the intentions when you wrote the book was how people would feel when they read it. Has that happened? Mm-hmm. And I know, because I know what happened to me, and I've read your beautiful reviews, and somebody else had the same exact experience, it sounds like. So right there, you put that intention out with your book, and it's coming to fruition. And it's really exciting, because when that comes to fruition on a large scale, like, that's going to change things. And it's really changing the energy as well. So just remember, with anything else, it works the same way. The crystal clear intentions of focusing on what you want, not just with the book, but with everything in your life, because you can bring it to life. Roy. What do we have for Roy? Oh, look at this. Third time. Sensitivity. So maybe for you, the sensitivity could be that things are irritating you a little bit, or you're feeling impatient. But that's okay. Maybe you're feeling very emotional about something. I know sometimes men don't like to, say when they're feeling emotional, because they think that men aren't supposed to be emotional, but that isn't true. So just honor yourself, honor what you're feeling, and slowly work your way through it. Because I've been experiencing it with the emotions, and with being super sensitive to sound, things really like irritating me that don't normally irritate me. And I've just slowly been working through it, and now it's pretty much dissipating. Not the sound, but the other irritating, just feeling irritated. So I hope that resonates with you, Roy. Robin. Breathe, Robin, breathe. It's Archangel Raphael. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. I've seen a lot of things where when you do these breaths, you breathe in, like say for 4, and you breathe out for like a count of 8. And it really makes a difference. Like a lot of times when I first started doing my show, I'd feel a little bit stressed before my show. And I would take like 3 really deep breaths before the show. And I'd be perfectly relaxed. So breathe. Make sure, you're getting that energy flowing, Robin. Laura says, yes, thank you very much, Ruth. Yes, I just want people to find themselves, peace, love, and their divine light. You are a very special person. You are a very special person. And yes, like I said in my review, it's not just a book, it's an experience. And that's totally true. Totally true. Jill. Prosperity, Jill. You got the prosperity card. And this says, it's Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. What is it that you want to manifest, Jill? What is it? Whatever you want to manifest, you just have to put out those crystal clear intentions. Put all your focus there. You know how to do this. And then watch them come to fruition. Don't have any doubt. Don't have any fear. Don't have any anxiety about it. Just put out that crystal clear intention and watch how things change. Where he says he is working on the irritation part caused by my stepdaughter. Great message. Thank you. You are welcome. Melissa. Melissa also got the prosperity card. Prosperity card. So I feel like it's Archangel Ariel. And I feel like a lot of things are coming to fruition for you as well, Melissa. I feel like there's abundance, more abundance coming into your life. I feel like there's more of everything coming into your life. And you know how to manifest it. I feel like there's going to be more people that are finding out about you and the wonderful services that you offer. I feel like your clientele is going to be growing, which of course gives you more financial abundance as well. So just keep putting out that crystal clear intention. It's amazing the things that you can manifest. And Tiffany. What do we have for Tiffany? Oh, you got crystal clear intentions too. Look at that. Archangel Michael. Just be clear about what you want. You know that. You've been manifesting for years. But just continue to do that. Continue to do that. I think they're acknowledging you for your stick-to-itiveness, okay? And for never giving up on what you truly want. We know sometimes it takes time because everything comes to us in divine timing, which is not our own human timing, unfortunately. But, the angels are giving you some big thumbs up, Tiffany. Keep on doing such a great job. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful week. I love you all. Good night, everybody.